Hey there, how you doing? We have a whole lot to learn today, so get ready. This is important stuff. We're going to talk about heart rate intensity, what your target heart rate should be, and how that feels while you're working out, and how it's affected by whether you're in really great shape or if you're not in such good shape, and where you should aim to be with your workout intensity. So I have this little chart here that I put together for you. Look at it, take a screenshot. Okay, so you can see on there that depending on your age and what your objective is, it's going to be a different number. So your age, if you are in your 20s and you're looking for disease prevention, your target for a 6-second heart rate count would be 16. If you're looking to improve your health, your target should be 17. Feels like an intensity of 7 out of 10. If you're looking for fitness training, you should feel like you're working at an intensity of 8 out of 10 or 80%, which is 18 in a 6-second count. And if you are looking for athletic training, you're going to go for a higher intensity. Feels like a 9 out of 10. You're really pushing, and that's going to be more of an anaerobic thing there, and you're looking for 190 in a 1-minute count or 19 in a 6-second count. And you can see as you get older, that changes and it goes down significantly. So if you want to figure out your intensity all by yourself and you don't want to use my little chart, you can do that, and that formula is super simple. You can do more complex formulas, but we're going easy. So you would take 220 and subtract your age. So do that first. 220, subtract your age, and then from there you take that number to figure out 60% of your intensity. You would multiply that times 0.6 equals 60%, and then multiply that times 7 to get 70%, times 0.8 to get 80%. Right? And then times 0.9 to get your 90%. And then that's how I came up with those numbers on the chart. So I know it's easier to have a chart. If you want to download this, just look in the description below, and there'll be a link for you to just download that PDF for yourself. And then you don't have to do all the calculating yourself. So there it is again. And it's 220 minus your age times all these numbers, right? And look, if you look, I just figured this out recently. If you just take 200 and subtract your age, you end up right here in your 80% category, which is exactly where you want to be if you are looking for fitness training. So, yeah, if you just want to take 200 and subtract your age, there it is. Good to go. Yeah. Now here's the thing. As you get in better shape, you have to work harder to hit that target heart rate. So your heart, when it is in really good shape, pumps more blood per beat. So as you get in better shape, your heart rate will actually come down instead of going up, and you have to work harder to achieve your heart rates. So you feel like you're working harder, but your heart rate isn't reaching your target like it used to. It's because you're getting in better shape, so you're going to have to work harder to get into those zones. If you're not in great shape at all and you haven't been working out lately, you're going to be surprised how little work it takes you to get into that training zone. So you want to work in your zone, and you want to really challenge yourself, but you don't want to overdo it. If you're just starting out, you want to start out at the easier levels until your body gets used to working out, and then you're going to take your intensity higher. So today we're going to learn how to take your heart rate, and we're going to do a little intensity challenge so you can see if your perceived exertion matches the target heart rate that we just gave you. Because like I said, based on how fit you are, your perceived exertion might be different than your heart rate. Some people who have really fit hearts feel like they're working out all out, but they just can't get their heart rate into their training zone because their heart is bigger and more efficient. So you might be really trying to, overdo it when you don't have to, just because you're in really great shape already. So you want to go by how you feel. not necessarily by that number. That number is only accurate for, you know, maybe 60% of the population, because if your heart is a little bit smaller, it's going to pump faster, but you feel okay, but you feel like, oh my goodness, it says, you know, I'm working at 100%, but really you feel like you're only working at about 70% because your heart rate is so fast, but your heart is smaller, so it's just pumping faster, and that's okay for you because that's just how you're made. So that number right there that we just calculated is just to give you a ballpark. Then I want you to do the perceived exertion and go by how you feel. See if we can match those two. So we're going to do that little challenge right now and see how you do. So before we start, I want you to figure out how to take your pulse and find your heart rate. So some people take it on their necks. If you do take it on your neck, I don't want you to do your hand this way. I want you to keep your hand nice this way and put it just slightly off to the side here and very gently press with these two fingers right here. Some people push a little too hard, and then you run the risk of cutting off your blood supply to your brain, which is like really, really bad. So if you do it this way, do it very, very, very gently. And I would prefer you to do it on your wrist. So if you do it on your wrist, you're going to take that hand, see where your thumb comes down here. You see your tendons right here. All right, see those tendons? Put these two fingers again, not your finger, not your thumb. Use these two fingers right here. Wrap it around. Don't do it this way. It's just easier to find this way. Wrap it around, and you should feel your pulse right there. Right there. Right there. And you shouldn't have to push that hard to feel it. It is harder to feel on some people than other people, so if you can't, just keep trying. If you can't feel it, try your other hand, maybe. And again, it's just follow your thumb down here, and it's just on the top, you know, above where all your tendons are right there. You can see the vein. See my vein right there? You can see that one. That's where I'm going to be feeling it. Okay, so our challenge today, you're going to take this heart rate challenge. We are going to do 3 different moves, and we're going to go through like a HIIT training style or an interval training style, where we go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds to rest, or to switch moves, and then do that again with 20 seconds on, 10 seconds to rest. And we're going to try to get your heart rate to be at 60% the first time. You're going to feel like you're working out at a 6 out of 10. Then you want to do the next round. We're going to try for a 7 out of 10. You're going to try to keep your intensity at that level 7 the entire set. And then for the third round, we're going to go for 80%, and the fourth round, we're going to go for 90%. So I want you to we'll take a heart rate after each of our sets, and you're going to see if you're hitting the target. Okay, so you're going to try to hit 60%, you're going to try to hit 70%, 80%, 90%. So on your perceived exertion scale, you feel like you're working out a 6 out of 1 to 10. So if 10 was your maximum effort, your perceived exertion at 6 would be about 60% intensity, right? So that's what we're going to do. So our 3 moves are going to be jumping jacks, knee lifts, and marching or jogging in place. So we're going to start right here. Let me set my timer. Our timer is 20, we'll do 25 seconds. 25 seconds on and 5 seconds to switch, since it's all cardio. And let's see if we can get that intensity just how we want it. Okay, so we're going to start this session. We're going to just let that go for a second. And then we're going to start our music. Here we go. So we'll start on the next one. The beats per minute right now is 130 beats per minute. Next set we'll do 140, next set 150, next set 160 beats per minute. So, yeah.
Rest.
Here we go. You're trying to get 60% intensity.
Work.
If you are starting with just a little find your pulse. Get ready and count. Stop. Okay, so now look at that number, whatever your 60% was. You want to write that down somewhere. Oh, quick, hurry, go get something to write with. Write that down, and then we're going to try for the next level. So that was a 6. We are going to go with a faster beats per minute. We're going to go for 140 beats per minute this time. We just did 130. And we'll give it a little second there. Same moves 3 times through again.
Rest.
This time a little faster. Okay, and you're trying to get to that 7.
Work.
So more into your health training zone. Okay, so this is more like maybe a light jog or a jogging feel. You can march or you can jog, whatever you think you need to do to get your heart rate to feel like a 7 out of 10. Okay, so for you, your intensity feels like a 7.
Rest.
Whatever that is for you. Depends how old, young,
Work.
fit. Whatever. You're doing you. It's all about you. Find your 7. 7 out of 10. Good. Just a little more vigorous than it was last time. Good. Feels comfortable. Okay, it's starting to feel challenging, but comfortable. A little bit challenging.
Rest.
Just a little bit.
Work.
Here we go. So a little bigger. If you're in good shape already, you might be needing to do those jacks. Depends on how good a shape you're in, what you need to do. It's your own personal 7 out of 10. Try to make your heart rate match. So based on what you got on that last set for your heart rate, you know
Rest.
if you need to work harder or less hard. Right? So figure
Work.
it out. Round 2, good 3. Stay in that zone. Just trying to get your heart rate to that level 7 and keep it there. Trying to stay at that 7. I don't know what you need to do. You might be good for marching. You might be good with walking it out like this right here. I don't know.
Rest.
Good. And remember, overweight or health issues,
Work.
you're doing just 50% or 60%. Oh, wait, we were just marching. Knees up, knees up. Good, good. Looking good out there. See this challenge all the way through so you really get a good
Rest.
idea of what that heart rate is. Make sure you write down your heart rate stats after every one of these
Work.
4 sets and see how you're doing. Good. The best way to hold yourself accountable during a workout is using that heart rate. Come on, come on. And if you have one of those fancy watches that takes your heart rate for you, well, good for you. Just check
Rest.
those numbers. You can match it right now. All right.
Work.
Last time through. At this level 7. Level 7. This is our health training level. This might be like a power walk or an easy jog. Yeah? Good. Looking good. And working
Rest.
out at this intensity gives you tremendous health benefits.
Work.
Next. Heart rate, heart rate, heart rate. Get ready. And count. Stop. Okay, that was 6-second count. You should have felt like you were at a 7 out of 10. We are going to go now to 150 beats per minute. Right? Yes. 150 beats per minute. Here we go. Oh, that does feel faster. All right. Getting our timer started.
Starting session.
Here we go. Marching up. Let's jog. So now, hopefully you hit that level 7 right where you were supposed to. We're going for level 8. So go a little bit harder. Whatever that is for you. Probably jogging. This one should feel
Rest.
more like a run. So before we
Work.
were jogging, And count. Stop. All right. How'd you do? Are you there? Are you in your zone? Did you get to 80? How you feeling? That should have felt pretty hard. That's where you should be training if you're going for fitness training. And like I said, depending on your fitness level, those of you who are at health risk of any kind, you're sticking with 60%, maybe going into 70% if you're feeling good right now, okay? But 60-ish, stay there. Okay, we are going all the way to 160 beats per minute. Okay, so it's a little faster. You're gonna love it. And timer.
Starting
Go,
session.
Go. Run. Can you tell it's faster? Try not to run bigger. Come on. Going for 90%. It should be anaerobic. That means it's going into your pain zone. It's gonna hurt a little bit.
Rest.
Next, you're going to be on challenging into, oh my gosh, I'm working so hard.
Work.
Okay? Make it big. Come on. Up. You can do high knees here. You can. Not me. Like I said, I'm too old for that. High knees, if you can. Or if you need to, rather. Come on. Yeah, that's good for me.
Rest.
Woo! That's hard. Okay. Jumping jacks.
Work.
Jump as big as you can, or you can go faster if you need to work harder. Make it big. Woo! Or, if you're already getting a little too high, too winded, you're doing it right, but you might need to
Rest.
modify now and then. Woo! Set one done.
Work.
Set two. Pushing it. Again. Try to go into that anaerobic zone. This is where you do HIIT training. Your HIIT workout. High intensity intervals. We're working so hard. You have to take a little break and catch your breath. Whew.
Rest.
Yes, I do. If you're not breathing super hard, you're
Work.
doing it wrong. I'm just saying. Come on. High knees. You. High knees. You. High knees. Come on. If you're already working too hard, don't do it. Stay at 90, not 100.
Rest.
Woo! Ha! Okay. Jacks.
Work.
Woo! Come on. Oh yeah, you can do star jumps. That's not hard enough for you. Okay? If you're like, I'm in such great shape, I'm not even close to my max yet. Do those star jumps. I promise you'll get there. Just keep doing them the whole set. Yeah.
Rest.
There's always options for working harder. Woo!
Work.
Last round. Come on. We're almost to that last heart rate. Feeling like a 9 out of 10. Woo! Go, baby, go. Go faster.
Rest.
Yeah. See? If you're in really good shape,
Work.
do that set again. Do this whole thing again. And do fast feet. High knees. And star jumps. High knees right here if you need to. Come on. Go. Woo.
Rest.
Ha! Okay, last one. Jacks or star jumps.
Work.
You're ready for that heart rate. You might even want to do a jump and some jacks. Whatever works for you. Get that heart rate up. Come on, come on, come on. Okay.
Rest.
Woo! Heart rate, heart rate, heart
Stopping
rate, heart
session.
rate. Heart rate. Ready? And count. Stop. Whew. Just in case you missed it, do it again. Ready? And count. Stop. All right. Okay, now, another test of what kind of shape you're in is how fast your heart rate returns to normal. So we're gonna wait 30 more seconds, take another count, and you're gonna see how close you are to your resting heart rate, okay? If your heart rate hasn't come down at all, that's an indication that you are you need to work on your fitness a little bit. And if it comes down real quick and you're almost back to resting, that shows you're in super, super great shape. So let's do it. That's been 1 minute since we quit. Find that pulse, get ready, and count. Stop. Okay, how'd you do? Woo! I got sweaty. So anytime you need to check your intensity, see how you're doing. Hopefully you wrote down all those numbers, and now you can look at your perceived exertion versus your calculated number and see where you feel like your target heart rate should be. You want it to feel like when you're fitness training, you're at 70 or 80% of your max. When you're doing HIIT, high intensity interval training, you want to hit that 80 or 90%, okay? Whew, give me a quick inhale up, big stretch up, exhale, open. One more time, inhale. Oh, and exhale, shake it down. Hey, nice job, good work. I hope that was helpful for you. And again, you can download that PDF in the comments below. In the description, I'll have that link for you. Hey, nice job, have a great day. You are awesome.